Please welcome now to the podium past President Eric Bremner, the lyricist behind today's musical presentation, an operetta especially written to commemorate our centennial year. Eric.
I've never written an operetta before, but then many of you have never heard one. Good afternoon, President Lee, fellow Rotarians, family and friends. Today we recognize and celebrate 100 years of the Rotary Club of Seattle. Indeed, 100 years of Rotary in the Great Northwest. In the century since 9 Seattle businessmen founded this club, literally thousands of men and women have proudly worn our badges and joined in a remarkable record of service and fellowship. Some of us have known many as friends and colleagues, as fellow Rotarians. To others, they are names we may never hear, but whose proud history we share. For this special day, I'm going to ask you to imagine that they are all here with us in this great room, that we are surrounded by their memory, their friendship, and their service. As the Rotary Rogues of Seattle 4 ask you to look with pride at the 100 years past and to step boldly into the centuries ahead. This is Seattle Rotary, the musical. Rotary International was born in Chicago in 1905. San Francisco followed in 1908, Oakland also in 1908, and in 1909, in June, Seattle 4 came to be. From the beginning, Seattle 4 helped shape the form and destiny of what Rotary was to become. And the names of 2 Seattle Rotarians in particular are etched in our history.
Take a
The decade following its founding was a period of growth for Seattle 4 and Rotary. Our membership grew to 300 as we assumed the mantle of one of Rotary's largest clubs, serving during World War I, selling Liberty bonds, raising funds for children in war-torn Europe, and job training for returning veterans. As Rotary spread to the great cities of America, Los Angeles, New York, Boston, and Tacoma, number 8 in 1910, the great Northwest proved a fertile field for the now blossoming service organization. Ernie Skeel's energies helped bring Rotary to the next 21 clubs, including Portland, 15, Spokane, 21, Vancouver, 61, Victoria, 90, as well as Everett, Bellingham, Yakima, Aberdeen, and Centralia. In 1919, former Seattle 4 President Roger Pinio organized the first clubs in Asia, Manila and Shanghai. In 1920, Seattle organized Ketchikan, number 2000, the first club in Alaska. In 1937, Kirkland became King County's second club. And in 1939, in a spotlight of controversy, Seattle 4 sponsored the University Club, thus becoming the first Rotary ever to relinquish territory within its city. There are now 55 clubs in District 5030, making it one of the richest concentrations of Rotary in the world. Through the Roaring Twenties, the downer of the Depression years, the great mobilization of World War II, the post-war years, and to this day, the Rotary Club of Seattle and its members have, through their service, greatly contributed to our city, our region, and to the lives of its citizens. In ways too numerous to list them all: Children's Orthopedic Hospital, 2 Rotary International Conventions, the Seattle Blood Bank, $7 million in war bonds in 1 year, Rotary Boys and Girls Club, Rotary Youth Job Center, Medic One, KCTS Studios, High Point YMCA, Rotary Education Center at the Zoo and at the downtown YMCA, Rotary Wilderness Education Center, and a host of worthy community causes, all beneficiaries of a lot or little of Seattle Rotary time, treasure, and talent. But wait, it is Rotary International. And Seattle 4 members have extended their service around the world, founding the concept of Rotary World Community Service, supporting RI's foundation, reaching out in service to the people of Israel, Russia, Japan, North Korea, South Africa, Mexico, India, Pakistan, Ethiopia, Vietnam, taking a lead role in polio eradication and removal of landmines around the world in 100 years. And all of the above without a regular place to gather for our weekly Wednesday luncheon meeting. For the first 80 years of its existence, Rotary was a boys' club. In many cases, an old boys' club. But in 1987 came a change in the charter of Rotary International, allowing women into the membership. About damn time. You're forging ahead. About damn time, said the many. I'm out of here, said a few. We'll join, said the women. And with those words initiated a change in membership, leadership, and accomplishment, invigorating Seattle 4 and many other Rotary clubs. Those who stayed and those who joined were so overcome by emotion, they burst into song. And the change in membership has led to other changes, and Seattle 4 has embraced them.
And I can hear it in my
recent years, Seattle 4 has maintained size and vitality and welcomed diversity. Club service is expressed in many projects throughout the city and region, and often partnered with other Rotaries we serve around the world. We have learned how to leverage funds and efforts with other clubs, districts, and Rotary International to add scope and effectiveness to our projects and theirs. To celebrate our centennial, Seattle 4 contributed the first $4 million towards the Rotary Support Center for Families. On this day, we look back with great love and great pride at our first 100 years. And now the Rotary Rogues ask that you join them in looking forward to the next 100 years and beyond. One more thing. We've invited you into the next 100 years of the Rotary Club of Seattle, and it looks as if many of you accept the invitation. Your Rotary singers would now like to draw upon their considerable reservoir of Rotary experience to suggest how to make that journey a very special one. Up your Rotary and take a bow.
Thanks to all of the participants in today's program, and to a special welcome to our guests. Kenneth and Matthew, we're delighted to have you as part of our club. And a special thanks to President and Mrs. Lee. You've made a long journey to be with us today, and we are grateful for you for joining in our continuing celebrations of our 100 year. Next week, who's counting? June 10th. That's why I always write it down. We will be at the Red Lion. It will be meeting number 5000. It will mark the beginning of our second century. Bill Gates Sr. will introduce our program, which will be the challenge to us, our second century service project, that of eradicating malaria. We will hear from Kent Campbell, who is an expert in malaria with PATH. To Eric and the Rogues, thank you for helping us and 100 years of community service on literally such a high note. We'd like to thank past President Eric Bremner. He writes the words that haunt our memory. Think back on all his songs that you remember at Rotary. Our own dear rogues all help us tell the story with talent and such creativity. And none of them has ever wanted glory at Rotary. Eric's songs, Rotary. He writes for free for Rotary. Such roguery at Rotary. Woe is me, it's now 1:30. We are adjourned.
Seattle Rotary Online is made possible in part by a grant from First Choice Health, working with the Washington Health Information Collaborative to use technology to bring better health care to patients throughout the Pacific Northwest. First Choice Health.